Thank you for that. I appreciate that. So my name is Dorothy, and I want to welcome everyone here. Our chair, Berlat, it won't be on the call, and Nicole also, but how co-chair cannot be on the call. So now we are going to be having two chairs and co-chairs just take the lead for tonight. So bear with us, right? It's my first time, but we're gonna rock this because I know we have some dynamic presentations, so I'm excited about that as well. So again, Dorothy, so what we're going to do right now is some welcomes, and we're going to do some brief intro. So we're going to just, do a roll call. No, first we're going to intro ourselves, quick and brief, and say your name, and if you're a member or non-member, and so we're going to go around so we can see who's in the group tonight. Again, my name is Dorothy Gordon. I'm a community board member and a committee member, and welcome. And I'm chairing the meeting for tonight.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This is Audrey Henderson, and I'm a committee member.
Hi, Audrey. Welcome.
Good evening. This is Val Bennett. I'm a committee member.
Hi, Dal.
Hello.
Hi, this is Vanetta Sylvester, and I'm a committee member.
Okay. Again, one at a time, please.
Linda Turner, committee member.
Hello.
Hi, Vanetta Sylvester, committee member.
Yes, hi, Vanetta.
Marlene McLean, community member.
Hello, Marlene.
Good evening, Jody Walsh, community board member.
Hi, Jody. Welcome.
Bree DaCosta, committee member.
And co-chair.
And co-chair for this evening.
There you go. Thank you.
Kenneth Prescott, committee board member.
Hello. Anyone else? Members? No? Okay, great. So welcome all. And so we did our roll call and our brief intro. At this point, I'm supposed to read the chair report, but I just got 3 minutes ago that there is no chair report for this meeting. So we're going to yield our time to the presentation. And right now we are going to, did everyone get a chance to look at the minutes that came with the invite?
Yes, do we have time?
Oh, so whoever's speaking is very staticky. I'm sorry.
I said Adele. Can you repeat that, Adele?
Do we have time?
We don't have quorum, but what I was advised is if anyone had any updates to the minutes, to write it down, and then it's going to be tabled for next time. So that's a no, we don't have quorum, but if you see something, you can say something. Okay, thank you. No, so we're not going to approve the minutes because we don't have quorum, as Adele pointed out. But I still want to know if anyone saw anything that we needed to update. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the short presentation now. So there's nothing to vote on. There's no, usually at this point we have the notes and we'll vote on it, but since that's not in effect, we're just going to go to our presentation. And do we have our lovely folks from to do the presentation here? I'm trying to see who we have here. Is, let me see, Big Reuse on. I am so excited, I'm so excited. So I would love for you guys to introduce yourselves and about the organization. And yes, I think there's 3 folks on the line to present. There's 3 different two presentations. Okay, thank you. Are you going to have a deck that we need to share the screen? Okay. Ms. Sinclair, we're going to, after you present, then we could introduce yourself, then we can do that. Share the screen, Anna. Sinclair.
Fantastic. Good evening, folks. My name is L'Oreal Crowder. I am with Big Reuse, Street Tree Care Team, and I am the assistant manager. We also have
Hi, I'm Austin, project coordinator for Big Reuse, the street tree care team. Fairly new to the team, just joined 2 weeks ago, so great to be here.
Exciting. Welcome.
And I can share the presentation unless you prefer to share it. I sent it to a number of folks.
If you have it, you can go ahead and share. I believe I gave you permissions. Let me know if you're able to.
Perfect. Okay, let me see if I can. Okay. All right. Can folks see the slideshow?
Yes.
Okay. This is my first time, so it looks like I need to be going back between two tabs. So just to let you all know. But in any case, to proceed with the presentation, Austin and I are part of Big Reuse. We started off as a warehouse resale 10 years ago in Long Island City. And then we expanded our programming to include compost application and education. Austin and I are part of the Street Tree Care program, which has been active for the nearly 4 years now. And just on a side note, this is our first fiscal year that we've worked with Council Member Lewis. So we're very happy to be here to share what the work that we've done with Councilmember Lewis's office, and the hope to, grow this partnership and connect with other community partners and individuals. All right. So just an overview of the programs that we have. Again, we have the reuse centers, and in fact, we just opened a new reuse center in Bushwick, and we had the grand opening this past Saturday. We also have the Community Compost Network, where we collect food scraps from over 75 community partners, mostly community gardens, and then we process the food scraps at our facility in the Salt Lot in Brooklyn, and then also Earth Matter. The Street Tree Care, we work in 16 council districts who provide discretionary funds so that we can work with community partners, individuals, and the DOE to host these events, these street tree events for folks. And then lastly, we have the curbside composting, where we partner with the Department of Sanitation to help roll out the curbside composting. So that entails educational material, tabling at events, providing compost from DSNY that's processed at Fresh Kills in Staten Island. So just an overview of our program impact. Last year, fiscal year 25, we cared for over nearly 2,000 street trees, over 2,000 volunteers, including 690 youth participants, 37 tree guards, which we installed with youth. And then we work with 100 community partners. And then in total, we had 119 street tree care events in the council districts that we work in. So when we do host these events, we generally, open with an intro of our programming, the importance of our urban canopy, and why, we would like to teach New Yorkers how to take care of the street trees, and also why and how our urban canopy helps with climate change. So the 5 steps to street tree care, it's pretty self-explanatory. We remove the litter, remove the weeds, aerate the existing soil, apply the compost or mulch, and then we sweep and clean the surrounding area. And just to, give more detail in terms of trash, as you know, a lot of trash, which includes dog poo, which has been very common during this winter. We want to remove all of the litter and items in the tree pits, especially plastics. They can leach chemicals into the soil, and it's not healthy for the soil. And just on a side note, if there's excess trash, community members can contact DSNY and coordinate a pickup of the trash. We also have done litter audits and brand audits, which sort of help teach folks about sort of the buying habits of individuals, also sort of addressing, how we can, combat, where some of the trash is coming from, and just gives an idea of what type of trash is found in the area. So when we're removing the weeds from tree beds, we want to remove the ones, weeds that are specifically not intentionally planted. So often a lot of community members will plant flowers. So we are cognizant of that, and we want to make sure that we are mindful. So when we're talking about weeds, these are, just grass or any kind of overgrowth that can contend with the nutrients of the tree. So that's the main reason why we want to remove all of the weeds. And then, of course, it also makes, it just makes the area look more well kept and cared for. And just on a side note, if folks are, wanting to do this on their own, when you are removing the weeds, you do want to sort of knock off that excess soil so we can keep that soil within the tree pit. And then aerating the existing soil, you'll find, and even in this here picture, a lot of the tree pits are very much compacted. So when we're aerating the soil, what we're doing is we're turning that soil with hand rakes or with shovels so that the tree pit can absorb more water, and it also helps with water runoff. So that's one of the side things that we do tell folks, that, when we're able to manage and maintain our street trees, it does help with water runoff. And then we do mention the combined sewage overflow system that we have. So when we do have those rain events, just a quarter inch of water inundates our drainage system. Oh, and I apologize. When we're aerating from the tree pit, we do want to make sure that the entirety of the tree pit is aerated. And then, of course, all the way up to the sidewalk. The fourth step is compost and or mulch. At present, we're still waiting for our processing locations that process compost so that we can use that compost and apply it to the tree pits. But at present, we do provide mulch at all of our events, and the mulch is sourced from Greenwood Cemetery. So we've worked with them for the past 3 years, along with the compost application and education team, and we take their, we utilize their mulch, whether it's in compost or with street trees. So when we're applying the mulch, we want to make sure that the perimeter of the tree pit is covered. And if you notice in that photo, there's an area around the trunk where you want to keep the mulch away from the root system and the trunk itself. And that's partly so that the trunk can breathe, has more breathability, and the root system, we usually, we don't want to cover with any mulch. And again, that is specific to ensuring that the root system is not covered. So folks may be familiar with the volcano system of mulching, which can deter the tree trunk itself from being able to, thrive. When we're applying the compost and or mulch, compost is 1 inch of the new soil or the food scraps that have been processed. And then we want to apply 3 inches of mulch. And when you're determining how much mulch you want to place in the tree pit, you don't want to cover the pit above the level of the sidewalk. So you may find at times that certain tree pits have these mounds of mulch, and more often than not, it does sort of stifle the tree and the tree root system as well. And when you're using the mulch on the tree pit, that actually provides more nutrients for the tree and also helps with water retention. So, during the hot months, mulch is quite helpful to help, to retain that water in there. And then lastly, of course, when you are applying that mulch, again, you want to push that mulch away from the tree trunk, again, to create a reservoir or what we refer to as a donut. So there's a difference between some of the, on the left side, we have wood chips, which is the mulch. It's usually pretty fine. On occasion, we get pines and it smells pretty delightful. And then on the right side, this is the unscreened finished compost, which we're hoping to be able to add to tree pits in about a month or two once they've been able to process the food scraps. And then the last step is sweeping and tidying up. You want to leave it better than you found it. And this photo here, it's a vacant tree pit, but we actually, make it a practice to also remediate vacant tree pits because we want them to look attractive as well. So of course, we want to clean it up, make it look pretty, and then of course, proceeding with the next tree pit. And at our events, we provide all the tools and supplies, including gloves, trash bags. Something to note, we do not use virgin plastics, so everything that we use is reusable, just to be mindful of, the plastic consumption that is pretty popular. So again, we have sharps container, short-handled tools, long-handled tools. For organics waste, we do provide paper bags or lawn bags, and then we process any of the organics at one of our facilities. One of which, excuse me, is in Long Island City. So the whole idea is to try to prevent things from going into landfills and find other means and other uses for the refuse that we have. And then, of course, we do bring the mulch and other items. Some of the tools that we use, folks always have a good time, trying out different tools. So these are our long-handled tools. We have the digging fork. At the center, bottom right, we have, soft and hard rakes, which help with the aerating the soil. Bottom left, we have different types of garden hose, so you can see that they're shaped quite differently and can help with that soil remediation. And then, of course, the digging shovel on the top right. Our hand tools are pretty standard. On occasion, we do have some nice ones like the mini pickaxe on the right side. Most folks, don't have the opportunity to use garden tools, so this is sort of an exciting time for people to use different tools. And just on a side note, for folks who are tree enthusiasts, certain things that we do want to avoid is on that left side. If you look at the left photo, we do the tree guards, or if you notice, it looks like a wall. It's a contained area, and it's best that the tree pit actually is open on at least one side. So on that left, in that left photo, that does not help the tree. It doesn't allow the, the soil or, any drainage. So that can be problematic and can cause root rot. On the right side, This is a sort of unique type of tree guard. If you notice sort of that structure that's sort of moving up to the tree trunk, and just at that top or the apex of it, there's a ring. So anything that's sort of goes around a tree, especially made out of metal or anything of that sort, can impede the tree. And you may notice that some trees will just grow over those kind of structures and things like that. So the tree guard on the right side is actually a better example of a tree guard. And on the left side, we added this photo, which is sort of, makes us chuckle because, if you notice that fencing around the tree, it won't impede the tree itself, but generally, you want to have that tree guard the perimeter of the tree pit. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, when applying mulch, this is the mulch volcano, which you want to avoid. So again, you want to actually, spread out all of that mulch and really cover, to cover the perimeter of the tree pit. And, in the past 10 years, New York City Parks has worked very vigorously to.
I'm Dr. Emmanuel Rowe, the International Director of Education.
I'm sorry?
I think someone had their phone off mute by accident.
Okay. Okay. Yes. So just on a side note, Parks has been working, to increase the sizes of the tree pits, so that they're 8 by 5 feet. And that sort of allows more real estate for the tree, the root system, to splay out and to grow. So you may find, that there are stickers or signs on the sidewalks indicating where there'll be a new tree or tree pits that are being expanded. And again, other things to avoid. When you're planting things within a tree pit, you want to make sure that they're not woody shrubs. And this can, compete with the nutrients for the tree. So generally, if you're working in a bid or other, commercial areas, you want to remind folks that it's best not to plant things other than maybe flowering plants or things like that. On the right side, this is an example of a tree pit or tree guard that is enclosed and causes, it has that raised soil level, which is above the level of the sidewalk. So this is not ideal for the tree. What you would want to do, and what we would recommend is, remove those black boards to open it up, and then remove the excess mulch so the tree trunk itself, has more breathability. I provided the street tree care guide, and happy to put it in the chat. And if folks are interested in downloading the street tree care guide, the QR code is here, but again, I'll put it in the chat. And, it pretty much goes over what we just talked about, in terms of the 5 steps of street tree care, the importance of, our urban canopy, and, other sort of seasonal things that we can do. So for example, in the winter months, we have the Mulch Fest. So I live in northern Manhattan, and I'm by Inwood, Inwood Hill Park. And this year we were able to mulch, chip about 650 holiday trees, along with about 20 wreaths. So the great thing is, a lot of those trees, if they're not, if they don't go to Mulch Fest or what have you, they do end up in a landfill or elsewhere. And finally, Annalise Zausner-Manes is the program manager. I am the assistant manager, and then Austin is the program coordinator. feel free to, snap a photo. We're happy, we can share our information as well with you. If anyone has any kind of questions regarding trees, tree guards, plants, invasive species, anything you name it, we'll talk about it. So I'm sorry, say again?
A question, if I
Sure.
may ask.
Yes.
West, where could you buy compost? Then place buy or then place a giveaway compost.
Okay. Right. So there are different ways to get compost. There are compost giveaways through DSNY. I do believe they'll be starting probably, April or May. And because of the snow, everything's been pushed back a lot. So you can reach out to DSNY. If you're looking for, a pallet of mulch, let's say for a community garden, or let's say you have a block association and you'd like to have excess compost, you can order it from Fresh Kills in Staten Island. The difficult part is you would need a car, in order to get it from Staten Island. Although on occasion they might be able to deliver it to you. And then Big Reuse will eventually have compost that we can also provide to folks, and it depends if it's an individual or a community garden.
Is there a number? Are there numbers that can reach Staten Island or?
Yes, I can look up the form and I can put it in the chat. And I can also send it to the CB17 email as well.
I appreciate it.
That's
Thank you
perfect.
very much. Thank you.
Just on a side, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No.
And just on a side note, in fiscal year 25, we did host 2 street tree care events with Brooklyn College and Triage. We hosted street tree care with 300 East 25th Street Block Association, one event with Midwood High School, which I believe is Councilmember Lewis's alma mater, yeah?
I think she went to.
Perhaps.
Not sure.
Okay. And then of course we tabled at the Environmental Day with Councilmember Lewis. So those are a couple of the folks. And then of course we have our upcoming event with Community Board 17 as well. And that is on April 11th from 10 to 12.
Yes, that's exciting. Oh my gosh, that was a great presentation. I really appreciate it. I do want to say in public that I am a tree hugger, and I love trees because I know the energy of hugging trees, and the importance of them. But I did have some questions in terms of the presentation. You mentioned using the food scraps, right? For like when you put it in the bed. And another thing, you mentioned pit versus bed. Is there a difference in terminology? Is it all one thing? Like the pit of the tree or the bed of the tree? Is it different?
No. There's not too much of a difference.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
And then
okay. No, because I wanted to sound smart like you when I talk about what I learned.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I don't want to use the words
Tree,
wrong, but
yeah, they're interchangeable for sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
You mentioned this, so I guess the scraps are used for mulch and for the compost, and I always thought about using composting outside and how, or if it attracts rodents, and what do you do for them not to be attracted to it?
Right. What I've learned is that if the compost smells, then it hasn't been properly processed. Meaning that, so for example, our facility at the salt lot in Gowanus, we hand turn it. So it's a multi-step process, and it can take, upwards to 2 months just to process, you know, 50 pounds of food scraps that we collect from community gardens. So there, yes, when the compost smells, that means that it still needs time to sort of mature and break down. So the whole idea of composting is that, and perhaps, I can also refer to Austin, um, who has a little bit, more knowledge than I do in terms of composting and background. And he also formerly worked at Grow NYC. So,
Okay.
Yeah, in general, rats they look for food. At the point of compost, all the food has become soil and it's not attracting any rodents or pets, anything like that. By the time we're applying it, whether it's mulch or finished compost, no animals whatsoever like to eat that dirt. It's basically dirt at that point.
Okay. Okay. Are there any other questions for this great presentation that we just had? Because I don't want to be the only one asking questions, because I have another. Any other questions? I'll look in the chat as well. If you don't. Okay, I see a hand raised. Adele?
Yes, yes. You said you're gonna have something coming up in our area?
yes. Let me just see. Am I mute? Oh, good. I'm not muted. Yeah. So we have an event with the Community Board 17, April 11th from 10 to 12. And I will put the details in the chat along with the address.
Mhm. Great, great. Thank you.
And Adele, that's also included in the agenda at the bottom for events.
Oh, yeah, I did see something about that.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, this is gonna be separate.
Mhm.
We'll have some more. Thank
Hello?
you, thank you. I said thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Because I don't want to be a question hog.
I had a question.
Sure.
Bruce Acosta has a question.
Yes.
For big reuse, are you only doing large events, or if it is a block association or not, how big does the block need to be? Is it just, one block, or like how big are the events expected to be if your group is going to be involved?
Right. Ideally, we do ask our community partners if they can assist with recruiting volunteers. So at the least 10 volunteers. So it's really contingent on the number of volunteers and to determine how many trees that we can maintain during the roughly 45 minutes of the activity. So we have enough mulch. We bring 9 toters of mulch. That's like how many? I apologize. The cubic square, I think it's a quarter. 1 toter is a quarter, right?
One third of a yard.
Okay. Yeah. So we have enough mulch, to care for, up to 20 trees. And it also depends on the size of the tree pit. So we can have, we have an event with a youth group in Washington Heights with 60 students. So just to give you a sense of what our capacity is, as long as, we're notified.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that question. That was great. I have another question. You talked about the tree. It's a terminology that's going to get me. The tree fence
Guard.
guards. Is it the same guards that we see that the city puts around, like for rain barrier? Is that what it's called? The rain gardens?
The rain gardens?
Yes. Is it the same?
Okay.
Yes.
So the rain gardens are I think is it Department of Transportation. Austin, are you familiar with that program, or is it in any
Rain
case?
garden.
Yeah.
That as well.
What's that, Adele?
Bioswales.
Bioswales.
Mm.
Yes. So the rain gardens won't have trees in them. They mostly will have native plants.
Okay.
And then, of course, it has, sort of like a soil and then rock kind of mixture in there, which helps with water runoff. So the whole, the whole idea behind the design of the tree gardens is so that they can actually capture more water.
Yes, for flooding.
And
I should have been more clear. The actual apparatus around, is it the same guard that you put around? Okay. Is it the
the
same guard you
trees.
put around a tree that you put around the rain garden?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, the difference with the tree, we have a tree guard install program as well. And our team member was the one that designed it. And that's primarily like pressured lumber. So it's wood and not metal. So the lifespan of those tree guards, are up to 2 years, whereas, metal or the iron ones, last significantly longer.
Okay. Adele has a great question. Adele, do you want to answer that question? Ask the question?
Oh, yes. What do you do when the tree outgrows tree bed?
Yes. When a tree is that generally means that the tree pit is not big enough. And you could
Hello?
potentially reach out to parks to see if they could, expand the tree pit. So if we're talking about a tree, perhaps you could describe what, is it growing over the sidewalk?
Yes, it's going over it, lifting about three neighbors, every neighbor about 3 to 4 inches.
Yes. And
Then down the hill to get
Mhm.
past it.
That's a tough one. Sometimes when that does happen, it's based on the type of tree species. But also, if it's a mature tree, it might be
Yes.
difficult to expand that tree, the perimeter of the tree pit. Yes.
I understand that. That tree is huge.
I have a similar problem in front
Looks,
of my house.
yeah, the roots look like they're trying to grow. It looks like there's no place for it to go.
Yeah, the
The
tree
sidewalk,
starts breaking the concrete.
yes, the sidewalk is only 2 flags, the tree bed, and then the one flag in front of it. And then that's it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the city is very slow with these kind of things. I've been trying to for years, almost 10 years now, and they haven't done anything about it.
Yeah, they have to put on a list.
Yeah. But it is worth, reaching out to either the 311 app or on the website. And you can, if there are any complaints that folks have about the condition of a tree, whether it's a downed branch or there's something that is chained to the tree, or what else? It needs a trimming or what have you. You can, submit a report on 311. I am also going to include a link in the chat for the type of services and requests through New York City Parks.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that information. Any additional questions? Anything we missed, Bree, co-chair?
I
Before
don't have any
we move on?
questions. Let me check the chat though. I don't think so. I think we're all caught up.
Okay. Well, L'Oreal, thank you so much for the information. That was actually really, really, really great. I'm looking for that tree hugging event next.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And we're in touch with Miss Berlotta, but if folks have individuals, other community partners that you can think of that would like to host an event, particularly block associations, if any of the schools have an Earth Day event, well, Earth Day or an event like a fair or what have you, any of the colleges, high schools, please reach out to us. We'd love to partner with them and provide our programs with them.
Right. Okay. This is great. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the information. I appreciate all the work you're doing because it's really important, because this is all our planet, right? And we have to do as much as we can in our little space here because this little thing's a big thing overall. So I appreciate you and all the work you're doing. And thanks for the
Thank you.
presentation. It was really great. Any other question? If not, we're gonna move on to old business. So I see that you L'Oreal, that you put stuff in the chat. We'll send it off to our folks after. And yeah, if any other questions, feel the emails were submitted, and again, we'll just have this available after for folks to email if we have additional questions, or if we have any partners that we want you to work with or
Yes.
or if we hear
Please and thank
you. So thank you so much.
Yeah, and we do hope to see folks April 11th. We'll be
11th.
there with bells on.
Yes. Yes. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. So
Indeed.
yes. So we're gonna go to old business now. You can jump off if you want. You can stay on if you want. We just talk about old business and the Parks and Beautification Committee. Is Miss Williams on?
Yes, I am. Good
Yes.
evening.
Good
I was
evening.
late
How are
coming.
you?
I'm good, good.
Okay.
Very interesting presentation.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, it was.
Absolutely.
Okay, Miss Berlot had asked me to just give an update on two items that she'd asked me to check for in Tilden Park. She wanted me to check to see if the poop bags were installed there. We've been talking about that for the longest. And I did go around the park on Tilden Avenue and also on East 49th Street at the entrance. There's a sign that says clean up after your dog, but there are no poop bags. Okay. And then one other thing that we had a problem with over on as far as snow removal around on the perimeter of the park, that was a problem. We can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. We the snow removal was very poor. Well, it wasn't really done completely on the 48th Street side, but on Tilden Avenue and 49th Street, it was done. So, and that made it really difficult for people to travel because they ended up having to walk in the street on 48th Street. Mm-hmm. So that's something that I guess will be followed up with the Parks Department about the poop bags, because if you have the sign there, clean up after your dog, and you don't have the bags there as something to encourage them to do it, then it's not going to happen.
Yeah, and yeah, I absolutely agree with that. And my understanding, even like with Pattagate Park, that they were going to be open one of the what do you call those? The poop apparatus. What do they call those things? Sorry.
Okay, a stand.
Dispensaries, yeah. But I
Yeah.
understand that there's only one around the whole park.
Oh, they have it at Pattagate already? But only
Pattagate, my
one.
understanding one. My understanding there was one there. So I guess we gotta follow up.
One is not sufficient.
I know. So I'm going to confirm, because I was told that. I didn't physically see that myself, but to confirm, like, we asked for them and we didn't, did we say how many, do we remember how many were supposed to be there? Does anybody remember?
I don't.
And I'll follow with Chair Barrett on that.
Like 6 or 8?
What's that?
I think 2 on each side of that park.
I didn't hear that. Well,
It's a little staticky.
8. 2 on each side of the park.
Oh, it's supposed to be east side of the park. Yeah. So I don't know if snow removal has something. It
Each
has nothing to do.
side.
Well, it really should be near the sign. If it
Yeah.
says clean up after your dog, the
Yeah.
poop, it should really be close proximity to that sign.
But what if your dog does his business away from the sign?
Well, I'll follow up. I know Berlette had a close contact with the folks in the parks and to see what's happening on that, because I mean it could be as simple as the signage came before the
Well, that's
the
true. It could
fences.
have been, but I'm saying,
Yeah. So
yeah,
we'll follow up with that.
okay.
Right. So I think that was the old business, Miss Williams, that you were going to discuss
Yeah.
the
Right.
poop bags and the any more old business that we need to discuss that we didn't talk about? No. All right. So we can move on to the new business. And the new business, one of the new business as discussed was the event on April 11th that Miss L'Oreal mentioned. It sounds like it's going to be a fabulous event. And other new business discussion is the Saturday, March 21st from 11 a.m. And this is all part of our agenda. 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. We are going to have a family day. The Park and Beautification Committee and Wyckoff House Museum. So, and I think the flyer is attached to our invite. And
Yeah.
also on Tuesday, yeah, and on Tuesday, April 7th at 7:30, Park and Beautification Committee's having a meeting. There's going to be a presentation with the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene at our next meeting on New York City Poison Control Center. So that should be so poison in terms of plant poison prevention. Because I know a lot of us have pets and young kids and just for ourselves and you know the importance of knowing about plant poison prevention. So
That's a
that's
very interesting presentation. I think we had it last year.
very much so.
Yeah.
Very
Very
much.
important. Very
Yes.
important.
All right. So that's actually the end of the meeting. But I do want to know, does any of the members or anyone on here have anything to discuss before we head out?
You know, I was late coming because I was at another meeting before, and I know you approved the minutes already, right?
No, we
No.
didn't because we didn't have quorum. So we're
Oh,
gonna
we
put
don't
it
have
for
a quorum.
next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna have it for
Okay.
the next meeting. Yes,
Okay.
Adele.
Yes, we have discussed at one point possibly see if we can get like a farmers market in our area to
I'm
bring
sorry.
fresh
To get what? It's you really
farmers
staticky, so it's kind of hard. Sorry.
farmers market.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yes. I think our chair is still looking into that. We are looking into that. I think we're close to what to for it happening. So that's something I'm gonna let her know that we talked about. That's a thumbs down.
No,
Oh, it's a thumbs
sorry,
up. I
thumbs
supposed
up.
to thumbs down.
I hit the wrong thing.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay. Good. I'm like thumbs down. Why? You
Thumbs
like
up, thumbs up.
that? Thumbs up. Okay. I'm excited too. You know,
I'm home, sir.
because I am one of the ones who walk, and I do mean walk all the way to Grammy Plaza for their farmers market because
Yes,
I'm also a walker, so I can't buy too much, right?
yes.
So that's my way of not buying too much because I have to walk back with it.
Okay.
I,
That's a good way
and
to
I
control
don't have to
buying.
walk back. I choose to walk back, you know, because I'm
Right.
like, woo, that bus or
Uh-huh.
train the swipe, you know. But yeah, so I choose to walk back. But yeah, I'm excited
And
about this too. So I am going
Kings
to take
County,
action.
too. Kings County also has one, they said.
What's that down?
Kings County Hospital has one in the summer.
Oh,
Kings
yes.
County Hospital?
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Yes, they have it every now and then. They have it.
So it's not regular. You say every now and then.
I think they had a problem after COVID, but I
Uh-huh.
think it's just bringing it back because
Okay.
it's part of their health education when it comes to diabetes in the community.
It
Okay.
used to
That's
be,
good.
I think it used to be like on like every Wednesday, and then they took it away for a bit. But yeah, they do have a little, it's like a single tent as opposed to like the Green Market at
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
um Grand Army Plaza where you have multiple different vendors.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So but they were coming once a week. I will text someone who works at Kings County to
Oh,
see
excellent. Thank you.
when it's supposed to be there.
Excellent. And I know I've seen flyers where Council Member Farah Lewis's was sponsoring farmers market, like by the junction, but I've never
Yes,
been to that one.
too far,
What's that, Adele?
too far. It need to be closer around here.
Yes, yeah, yeah, still too far. Yeah, I agree. So that's why we have to. I'm going to speak with Chair to find out what's the status of our farmers market, and
That's
maybe we can
right.
report back. We can report back for the next meeting or before,
So,
because spring is in the air, right? How many more days left? 19 days or so.
Oh, we're looking forward to spring. Get
Oh
rid of the
yes,
snow.
whatever
absolutely,
the Lord says.
absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Is there any more anything else from the members to discuss in terms of, because we did old business and we did the new business, so we just want to know if there's any other business that we need to know about that you want to, or any announcement that other members may know about that's not on the list.
I
I
know.
don't have an announcement, but I do have a quick question. How many members constitutes a quorum?
I asked that question to our
Mhm.
chair, and didn't get an exact number, and it's because because we have so many new people on the list of members that she said, and I wrote it down. It's like one half of the members plus one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So one half of the members plus one, and I
18.
think, and right now I think we only have 12, and so I don't think it's enough for the quorum because not everyone on the call is a member, so it has to be members, not community. Because here we can, the community is welcome at our
Mm-hmm.
committee meetings. So I did ask that
Mm-hmm.
question. Yeah. So we're still
Thank
trying to
you.
compile. Oh, you're quite welcome. So I'm still trying to compile. We're trying to compile the list to flush it out.
Yes.
Yes. So I did ask that question. So thank you.
Well, mine is not a question. It's it's a statement.
Okay.
I'm so excited about the Shirley Chisholm Recreation Center. I've been there twice since the ribbon cutting. I
Nice.
went there today.
Mm-hmm.
The indoor track, the equipment, just the
Mm-hmm.
play. It's amazing. And I'm
Nice.
telling everybody about it. Come, you must get there. You must get there. It's beautiful.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Oh, I know what to tell you.
it's really beautiful.
Yes,
Are you
yes.
in the pool? Are you swimming yet? Because that's what my thing.
No,
Like
I'm
you.
not swimming. I'm not swimming, but
Well, okay.
they have the lifeguards there, so
Nice.
it's great. It's
Excellent.
wonderful.
Is it
Hmm.
crowded at this point? Like, are people like when you
Well,
go?
it wasn't crowded this morning, and this was the second time that I had gone, and the first time I went along with my neighbor, and it wasn't crowded.
Oh,
It
that's
wasn't
great.
crowded, yeah.
That's
And then
great.
there was children the other day on a field trip, so it's really beautiful. It's
Nice.
beautiful. Yeah.
I know Mr. Tate. I don't know who he's on. He goes. Look, he never misses our meeting. He's probably there now. He said it's really nice this spot. He loves it. Absolutely loves it. So
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
it's wonderful. It's wonderful. That's something that is wonderful for our community. Yes.
Yes,
Hmm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I
What I want to
yes,
ask you is, have you ever heard of abundance?
What?
but
What?
It's called Abundance Life.
abundance. I mean, that's where we all trying to live abundant life.
Yes.
But no, it's no.
I
What
met
is
this.
that?
I met this lady. They have dance classes all over Brooklyn in Black communities.
Hmm.
And I told her about the center. And she said she heard something about it. I said, well, call the community board and check it out. Maybe you can start a dance class for the kids in there. Because they take all ages.
Nice. Yeah, I
Mhm.
never heard of it. I know they have a really beautiful dance studio there. It's part of
Yes.
and they
They're
have folks.
in,
Hmm.
yeah, they're in Crown Heights, or I think the address is 97 Place.
No, I never heard of that.
They're right off of Bedford.
Okay, nice.
I happened to run into them. I said, nice.
Excellent. Well, it'd be great if they can work with the center to come in there, right? To be closer to
But
us.
they do have dance classes for,
Yes.
I see it. They have dance classes there at the
Mm-hmm.
center.
But these are structured. These I think they have something to do with Alvin Haley also.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's good.
Okay.
Hmm
Wow, you said Alvin Ailey, and I started standing straighter. You know, when you dance, I started slouching. My typical
That's
slouch.
right. The shit up straight for that.
Nice. Any other questions or comments before we close out? I know that there was a
I had a question,
sure.
and I might be it might be slipping my mind. Do we have a date and a definitive location for our park cleanup? I know we usually do something like, May, June. So I just wondered if we settled on. I know Verlat has asked us where we want to, and I know Railroad Park has come up, and we are constantly talking about Tilden and Pear to Get, but I just wondered if we landed on something.
I don't think that we confirmed the time and which park, because I think that was a question, right? Which park?
Yeah, like I know we've kind of chatted about where we want to possibly,
Mhm.
do a cleanup, but I don't think we settled on anything. So I just wondered when we would do that.
I think that could be old business because we brought it up again. So I'll because some things I'll tell the chair about so that we can have a conversation about that and pin it down, because spring is in the air and we can't blame the snow anymore for why we can't go out.
What about the park plantings for the plants?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm just thinking. I
Yeah, it was
guess
a cleanup and plants.
some plants, some are, I feel like we did a cleanup and a planting at Pear to Get a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't been to Railroad Park, so I don't know if there's grass or like if there's area where you can plant anything or if it's just paved.
Yeah, the only one who knows that one about Patty would have been George.
Yeah, but we'll find out. I'll bring these points up to the chair, and then we can, because even though we give this information to the chair and to the committee, they work behind the scenes, to see, and maybe we'll get an update in the chat. But I will definitely bring this up to her attention.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Is there a Kamisha? Excuse me if I'm saying it wrong. Supperville on? Because chair said that you may be on to present about health and wellness summit, mind body. She said you may be on. So Carmisha.
I haven't seen nobody but a number.
Yeah, I don't see the name, but I saw a number. I'm like, maybe. All right, I think that's it then. I think if there's nothing else from the members, the committee members, I think that's it. Is there any all right. I think we're done. The next thing is to adjourn the meeting. Am I still doing this right for those who know more about the meeting protocols?
Well,
Right?
if there isn't anything else to discuss, you
No.
could ask for a motion to adjourn, right?
Okay. Is there anything else to discuss? No.
That's it, nothing.
No? Okay. So can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion to adjourn at Al Bennett at 8:32 p.m.
Oh, the time. I
Okay,
gotta say the time. Thank you so much. I was supposed to say the time. At
Jackie
8:32.
Williams second the motion.
1 second. Women, who first the motion? I'm sorry. Adele?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. All right. So at 8:32, we're adjourned and we're done. This is really great. Yeah. I'm gonna go outside and look at my plants a little. I mean, my trees a little different now. In the bed.
Since you're a tree hugger, yes.
And the mulch. Everything she said not to do, I do.
But it was really interesting, very interesting.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for your patience. This is my first time, and thank you.
You did a great job.
You did a
great
great
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
taking over.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Bree.
Yeah, thank you.
Next week we will have our official chair and co-chair back.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. Don't
Good
forget
night,
to sign up
everybody.
for your
Thank you,
free
everybody.
tree.
Yes,
Good
yes.
night.
All right. Thanks.
Oh,
Good
and don't
night.
forget, don't forget the link that the chair sent about getting a free tree.
Oh,
What?
In this
In it,
chat, you can get free tree. I actually did mine today, and there's only there's
so
only
what?
hazelnut and something else left. So the link
Oh,
the link is in the Park and Beautification chat.
WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
use that link to get to the all events where because they're giving out trees all over the city. And
Mm-hmm.
if there's a tree you want, but it's not available at Wyckoff House, you can go other places to get it and sign up for it at those other locations. And you can even search by location, by tree, where which events they have that still have trees
Okay.
available to reserve.
Oh, thanks for that. That's great.
Yeah, because I want that pawpaw tree, so I'm going wherever I
I
gotta
did
go to get
too,
it.
and I ran out over here. Me
Yeah, but
too.
they had 25 in Inwood, and there's a bunch of other sites. There's some places down in like the TD Bank, and some other place in Brooklyn that has it.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't fit in the schedule. It didn't fit into my schedule the days they were giving it away. So I'm going. I work in Jersey sometimes, and I'll be
Mm-hmm.
coming home to Jersey from Jersey, and I'll be able to cross over the bridge and go straight to that park to pick up the pawpaw tree.
Okay, that's smart. Okay.
okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone. It was a pleasure, and happy tree and spring is almost here. Oh, get to get my nails dirty. Whew, can't wait. Thank you.
Okay. Good night, everyone.
Have a
Good
great
night.
night, folks.
Good
Thank
Good
you.
night.
night.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Good.
Bye.